Hi, my name is Tatiana, and I'm just going to be here to help you on your spiritual journey, right? So basically what we're going to be learning about today is we are going to be learning about what affirmations are, along with me giving you at least 3 tips to help you along your spiritual journey. Sorry, I cannot speak today. But, so, let's get started. So, what are affirmations? Affirmations, to me personally, are basically things that you kind of tell yourself to make yourself feel better. You know, affirmations, if we break it down, is actually affirming, right? If we break down affirmations, you have affirm in there. So you are affirming something, right? You are telling yourself something, and you are, basically saying that you are what you are with that, So affirming something is just basically identifying something, and basically what affirmations are is, to me, is identifying myself or something in a positive way, in a positive light, right? Or something that I would like to be, right? So basically, why are affirmations so important? Affirmations are very important because affirmations, basically, if we put them in a positive light, actually help us build our self-esteem better, and actually, make us have an idea of what kind of life we would like to live, what we would like to work on, and also basically just to remember and just to remind ourselves that we are beautiful, we are love, we are light, and what I just said, right, was an affirmation right there. So, but instead of us saying we are going to say the word I, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to get your journal. This is my journal, right? And basically you're gonna get your pen out or pencil, whichever works for you, and we're just gonna turn to a blank page, right? And on top of that page, right, we're gonna write the word affirmations. And as you can tell, I already wrote mine, right? And basically, what I like to do when I write my affirmations is I like to make the word small, right? And we're gonna make 2 rows on 1 page, right? So basically, what I would like to write down is stuff that I either want to hear from somebody else, but nobody's here around me, so I'm gonna tell it to myself because it's something that I need to hear. And 2, I like to make it something positive, right? And 3 is usually I write the first thing that comes to my mind, right? Because what I've noticed is, like, the first thing that comes to your mind tends to be, sorry, that's the wind is blowing from my window and it's just messing with my door. But I like to write down the first thing that comes to my mind, right? And usually, sometimes, right, I've noticed that the first thing, and kind of what I've gained my knowledge upon, is the first thing that kind of comes to your mind that is positive, right, or is like a realization, right, nothing harmful, nothing negative, right, is your intuition. So, or basically just something that you just really need to hear at that moment, right? So, right, without further ado, I want you to go and get your notebook, get your pencil, and I want you to just write the first thing that comes to your mind, right? But if it's something like I'm ugly or narcissistic or anything like that, right, that's something you don't really want to put down. But it's good to recognize that, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, right? So if you have a negative thought that comes up and that's the first thing you think about, right, just kind of put a pin in that thought, push that thought aside, and then think of another positive thought, right? And if you do have negative thoughts that do come up on the first try, right, it's important to recognize those thoughts but not hold on to those thoughts, right? Just recognize those thoughts and realize, okay, this is a negative thought that came to my mind, right? And we're gonna work on that in a few seconds after we're done writing this, right? So I am gonna write down some of my stuff, right? And I'm gonna let you write down some of your stuff. And for me, I'm gonna tell you all the stuff that I wrote down, right? And you're just gonna look at the stuff that you wrote down too. You can say it too if you want to, right? But just try and make sure it's positive or something that you need to hear. All right, so and also, just an important note, write down something that also feels really close to you, right? That you kind of already know that you are, but you need help reminding yourself about that, you know? Like all the good qualities that you know that you have, right? That's also something you can write down. Or even something that you feel like you're lacking, you know? Like if you notice that you tend to lack forgiveness, right? We can write down, I am forgiving, right? And basically, it can kind of help us to recognize what areas we need to work on, and also kind of just help remind you that, like, okay, yeah, I can be forgiving. I have the capability to. And it kind of just, you know, gets that energy going and, you know, all of that. So, yeah. Hmm. And it's okay if your brain's stuck for a minute, right? That's also okay. And it's also okay if you have to write down some of the same words that you already wrote, right? Maybe you need to hear that more than once, you know? So, Okay, so I wrote mine's down, and also if you are still working on yours, that's fine, you can take your time, right? You can even pause the video if you need to, right? But again, here's the thing, all right? Now, you remember all those negative thoughts that popped up in your mind, right? Well, something that I like to do is when I do have those negative thoughts, right? You know, just keep in mind of those negative thoughts and kind of write the opposite of those negative thoughts. Try to transmute those negative thoughts into something positive. Like if you sat there and you said, I am ugly, I'm pathetic, you go and you change, well, what's the opposite of ugly? Well, it's beautiful. Sorry, the video got cut off, but basically just kind of change those negative words into positive words. Like if you sit there and you say I'm ugly or I'm pathetic or anything like that, you would want to change to I'm ugly to I'm beautiful, and change I'm pathetic to I'm worthy. And basically it's going to be uncomfortable at first, and I would just write them down too. You can even add more than this than I wrote down, right? And just, you can continue on writing it even though it's going to be uncomfortable, but the more that you keep saying it in the mirror, right, and you do this in front of your mirror, right, the more you keep saying this to yourself in front of the mirror, right, over the course of like a few days, right, it's not going to take that long, right, the more you're going to be like, oh yeah, I am worthy, I am beautiful, right? And it's kind of changing your mind from that constant negative cycle, right, that you keep inputting into your mind, right, or even keep seeing in your mind, right? And you're changing, right, the pathways by putting newer things into it, because your brain likes to learn new things, right? So if you go and if you write, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, and you keep repeating that over and over and over again, your brain's going to automatically shift that negative perspective to a more positive perspective, because that's what you're feeding your brain, right? And that's one of the ways that you can help positively change your mindset, right? And another thing I like to do, right, is I like to try my best to write new affirmations every day, right? So that it's something new that's coming into my brain and it's not always repeating, right? And it's something, because the thing is that with my mind, my mindset, right, whenever I get repeated enough stuff that's positive, my brain's going to get a little bored and it's going to find a way for it to slip in negativity, right, into it. So I would like to try and challenge myself every day by adding something that's new, that's positive, that I haven't said to myself before, or something else that I need to hear, right, that's going to help me, right, because then that's feeding new positive stuff and new positive information in my brain, and it's going to make it a lot more harder for negativity to go and find its way around it. So I'm going to tell you what my affirmations are, right? I am enough. I am wonderful. I am worthy. I am loved. I am cared for. I am beautiful. I am authentic. I am lovely. I am, for some reason I wrote luscious, but under it I put gorgeous, right? So I am gorgeous. I am a wanderer. I am amazing. I am fortunate. I am smart. I am creative. I am kind. I am compassionate. I am forgiving. I am important. I am brave. I am loving. I am caring. I am nice. I am grateful. I am wonderful, and some of these are repeated. And I am enough. I am important. I am safe. I am secured. I am beautiful. I am wondrous. I am exploring. Under that I put I am an explorer. I am kind-hearted. I am wise. I am intelligent. I am optimistic. I am willing. I am courageous. I am caring. I am soft. I am powerful. I am free. I am fearless. I am strong. I am nurturing. I am creative. I am beautiful. I am blessed. I am abundant. I am healed. I am unstoppable. I am confident. I am expressive. I am wise. I am caring. I am lovely. And I am alive. Right? Now, the thing is when I do this, I like to say this again in front of the mirror at least 3 times. So on top of your affirmations, you're going to write 3 times, and you make sure you repeat the stuff that you wrote down that is positive, or the things that you would like to hear, right? Repeat this to yourself in the mirror every day, every morning, at least 3 times a day, right? And doing that is going to actually help kind of get that self-love going and that positive mindset going, because your brain's like, okay, all right. Because the thing is that the brain, what the brain does is like, whatever you feed the brain, right? The brain's gonna like, okay, I'm taking that in. The brain likes to just take in information, right? And if it takes it in, because the thing is that naturally our minds are drawn to negative stuff, right? Not really positive stuff. That's why you don't really see as much positive stuff out there in the world, right? So the thing is that if you want to try to change your mindset to a more positive mindset, right, doing these affirmations and writing down positive things, even though it might be a bit uncomfortable, can actually help get that positive ball rolling, because your brain's ingesting positive information, and that is going to help your mood feel better. It's going to help you kind of build your self-esteem, and it's going to help remind you that you are loved, and it's going to encourage that self-love, right? Because you're going to believe it, because, right, whatever you keep putting in your mind is going to believe, right? If I keep telling you that this is water, right, all day, every day, for 24 years of your life, right, if I say this is water, your brain's going to be like, you're right, that's water. But if I go one day and I say this is orange juice, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What do you mean this is orange juice? You've been telling me this is water for 24 years. I don't believe you. But if I keep saying this is orange juice, this is orange juice, this is orange juice, and if I keep saying that over a couple of years, you're going to be like, yeah, this is orange juice. Right? You're going to eventually believe it's orange juice, right? So, but we know this is water, right? But that's just saying, with a lot of stuff that isn't physical, right? This is going to help improve your mental mindset, and it's going to help you think more positively about yourself and just kind of get that ball rolling. So, and also the 3 spiritual tips I want to share with you, right? One is I love eating organic food. I don't eat processed food. A lot of processed food has a lot of harmful chemicals in it, right? And the key things I like to look for when I'm eating organic food is the USD organic, right? And the non-GMOs, right? And also anything that doesn't have any artificial flavors or preservatives in there, right? I kind of stay away from them. But, you know, it's okay to like eat stuff that you like. Just make sure it's not a lot, right? Because that causes a lot of health issues in the body and all of that, right? Like constipation, diarrhea, and all that. And it's not really good for you. Like processed meats, like those Hot Pockets, right? Just basically like all the processed meats, all the processed snacks, like the Little Debbie snacks. And I also like to stay away from red 40, any food dyes in there. That's just not good for you, right? Basically. And if I just wanted to make it quick and easy, the quickest thing I do is if I look at the back of this, right? If I look on the back of this and it sits there and it tells me a whole list of ingredients that looks like it's in the back of a Tide pack, the Tide Pod pack, right? That if I go and I look and it's saying all this foreign language stuff that I can't pronounce, right? All this chemical stuff, I kind of stay away from it. If it's something I can't pronounce and it says, all right, organic coconut, vinegar, water, basil. All right, yeah, I'll get it. Right? So that's just one of the things I like to use. And the other one is drink a lot of water, because during your spiritual journey, you're gonna need a lot of water. Just trust me, you're gonna need a lot of water. And the water I tend to go for, right? Because I do notice that there is fluoride in the water, right? Now, don't get too scared, right? But fluoride isn't really good for your body. So the thing is that what I would like to recommend, right, is drinking just natural water, like water from the source, if you can. Filtered water, it's okay, right? To a certain extent. Sorry, my phone did that on me again. Sorry, it cut off, right? There's distilled water, there's spring water, there's even mineral water, right? Those are pretty good waters that you can drink, right? But just make sure that you drink water, right? And the third one that I'm gonna leave you with is, I also noticed that there is fluoride in toothpaste, right? So the thing is that if you want to go and find a way to brush your teeth better, one thing that I have been using, right? And don't use this if you're sensitive to baking soda, but what I like to use is sea salt, not table salt, just sea salt, and just a bit of coconut oil, and that can actually help you brush your teeth, right? If you want that extra whitening, you can use baking soda. Not too much though, because that can actually sting and hurt, right? And you'll notice it's white on your gums, at least it did for me, right? So for me, the best option I would go with is coconut oil and salt, right? And make sure it's like extra virgin, just regular coconut oil, right? So yeah. And let's see, what's the third thing I want to leave you with? Take care of yourself. Always make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to love yourself. Make sure not to be too hard on yourself, because this journey is hard. It's not all love and light. Alright, so the thing is that make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to try your best to find things that make you peaceful, things that bring you the most exciting joy, right? Do things that make you laugh, and just always love yourself, and just try your best to love others too. And that's all I'm gonna say for today. And my name is Tatiana. Thank you for watching, and see ya.